Hello everybody, it is Dark Laser here. We are back with another dissection video. I know it's a little early, but, Greg does do what Greg does. And I know you guys don't want to give his channel views, so you guys come here and you guys will have some laughs and then... Because you know what? If it hadn't been for Greg making stupid videos and me dissecting them and everybody enjoying them, I don't think I would have done it. I wouldn't do it if you guys wouldn't enjoy it. First of all, I want to thank all of my patrons, Elfoxity, Lorrie, and Bupropion. I want to thank you guys for doing what you do, supporting me and everything. You're not it's not a requirement to support me. It's just something that helps. So I want to explain something. I know that Greg is a fake. He's a big fat phony. We all know this. I know this. I like to pause at certain points when he says something stupid. And yes, Greg does watch these videos where people talk shit about him. We know he watches. Which is why he does do copyright strike claims. Not strikes. There's a difference between a strike and a claim. A strike is when he wants to take your channel down, and a claim is when he wants to make money off of it. Now, another thing is I want to explain beforehand, before I get into this video. It's going to be a little long, but when what Greg fails to realize is my videos don't make any money right now. So him going around and copyright claiming them before I make money is kind of a shit move, especially for him when he makes thousands of dollars on his banana video that he made fucking 12 years ago. And it's completely ridiculous. And I think you guys are fucking hilarious in the comment section. You guys are fucking hilarious. Sometimes I scroll through my comment section and I am just laughing at your comments. You guys are fucking hilarious. Sometimes you guys are funnier than me, and I think that's great. And Greg is a narcissistic fucking man-child. He's a 34-year-old narcissistic man-child. And I swear to God, I don't know what he's going to have to say today in this video before I get into it. But I've been rambling on a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and play this video. It's 22 fucking minutes long. Holy shit. It's the longest video he's done in a while, so we'll see what he has to come out of his ass. So I want to thank everybody for liking, commenting, and subscribing. You guys are fucking amazing. You guys are a great audience, I swear to God. I try to have this really chill, relaxed channel, and, eventually I'll start doing other types of videos, stuff that kind of goes through my head. But the way that Greg is right now, I think it's hilarious that people don't want to watch him. They want to watch other people watch him. And that's great. I think that's a great thing to do. So, without further ado, let's get into his video to this dissection. Let's see what you guys say, Greggy. Sorry, James. Let me hit this volume up a little bit. Jesus, hold on. I'm gonna put this volume. There we go. Hopefully that works.
To talk about something that is pretty important to me, because it's a reflection of everyone, including me.
Oh God, here he starts off with this narcissistic bullshit already. I'm gonna say something that's pretty important for everybody, but it's also important to me, so it's okay. Come on.
A long time ago, I used to make gotcha videos or finger pointing videos where I would say, one YouTuber is bad because of this, another YouTuber is bad because of that. And
No, these weren't gotcha videos. Oh, like you were trying to say when Shane Dawson and Eugene. Okay, let's go with that. All right, you're about as bad as a BuzzFeed article. So let's go. Let's go.
And I've talked to my patron members, onisionfans.com, essentially. They're not patrons anymore since Patreon.
Oh, go cry about it more. Jesus Christ.
Said I allegedly funded something I did not fund at all with it. What a joke. I funded posting texts. Nice texts from people, allegedly.
This is such a stupid thing for him to say.
But it was funny. That's what it was all for. Everybody signed up so I could post nice texts of people that I forgot to crop out certain parts.
No, you didn't forget to crop it out. You doxed her, you fucking moron. You doxed Billy, you dumb shit.
It's just fake news, you know? It's funny how that works. When, you could say someone posted something nice and they forgot to crop a part out. You could say that. Or you could say, something was malicious and hateful and evil and not even tell the full story.
Who cares? Get to the point. We have 22 minutes of this shit.
But Trump,
for
a long time, he's been talking about fake news and the media and how everything is, horrible. People are horrible who work for the news, allegedly, and these people are parasites, and these people are disgusting, and he says stuff like that. And I just thought, man, this guy's an enemy of the public.
Oh, dear God. He's on a Trump rant. Okay, for those of you who don't know, I don't vote in any election, but there are some people out there who don't deserve half the hate that they get. But people like CNN, MSNBC, C-SPAN, all those people, they despise Trump, okay? They hate him. They hate him because he exposes the corporate media. He exposes people that are just downright malicious. He exposes the Democrats, which most of them are malicious. And Greg is trying to post a narrative that he believes that he's being the Trump of YouTube again. And he's not. He's just a little whiny crybaby because he's being exposed as the predator that he is. And everyone knows that.
He's the enemy of the truth if he doesn't want the news talking about him. Because the news is this honorable institution, right?
Oh, God. Did he just say that the news is an honorable institution? Okay, that's the funniest shit he said for a long time.
Sure. So when I was part of the self-proclaimed reporter world.
Yeah, you're about as big as a reporter as, let's say, Rachel Maddow. You're about as good as a reporter as Rachel Maddow, okay?
You didn't see me covering, so-and-so murders his whole extended family at a
Oh, God.
family reunion article. You didn't see me talking about anyone murdering anyone. You didn't see me talking about people viciously, violently violating other human beings. You didn't see that.
Oh, dear God.
What you saw me talking about was so-and-so cheated on so-and-so. Or what about today's drama about one person doing something scandalous to another person, and aren't they a bad person because they kiss somebody while in a relationship with someone else or whatever?
So basically stuff that you do.
It's stuff like that. It's really watered down, none of my business stuff. There was other stuff that was pretty serious, like trying to help people with eating disorders or trying...
Helping people with eating disorders? God, dude. You didn't help anybody with eating disorders. You made fun of them and you mocked them. You mocked Eugenia Cooney for months. For years mocking her. You made fucking parody videos mocking her and making fun of her and making fun of her, making her almost... Jesus Christ, dude, you're not helping anybody. Shut up.
Trying to stop people from supporting people who are promoting eating disorders, stuff like that. But even that...
Nobody promoted it.
That is taking a stance on someone's life who I don't understand. What I'm saying in this is when I used to do that, I was not only a hypocrite, but I was a fraud. And
Was
for all I know, we're all frauds to this day.
all all of us? That's a pretty far stretch there, Greggy boy.
But the reason I'm saying I was a hypocrite and a fraud is because we all know very well that there are real issues in the world that need to be talked about.
Oh dear God, are you trying to gaslight everybody who talks about you?
Like forests burning down, animals being slaughtered in mass numbers. Millions of animals lost their lives recently to a forest fire.
Greg, get real. If you really wanted to help people, donate half your money to the wildfires that are in Australia. Okay, come on, we all know that you won't do it, but we all know.
That stuff needs to be talked about, but we don't talk about it because it doesn't get us clicks on our videos. And you see this happen all the time. You see someone popular do something that is scandalous or is, taboo or not illegal because otherwise we just call the cops. So we talk about it.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Greg, come on, man. Are are you really gonna victim shame again and gaslight people again? Jeez, is your narrative just so fucking warped that you have to fucking do that to everyone? And then, oh, you blame it on everybody but yourself. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Come on.
And we act like we're better, and we act like they're beneath us, and we act like they're not human.
What is this we shit? What is this we shit? Nobody's with you on this. Stop with this we shit, man.
Like I did with Sam Pepper. There's Sam Pepper went around and pinched someone's butt. And he did it on camera, so it's open and closed. He's guilty.
It's open and closed. It's open and closed. People do illegal things. La 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 la. Everyone's evil. La 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 la. God, Greg, you pretentious fucking clown.
But it was part of a prank. And he had a girl do the same thing, and nobody had outrage over her doing that to a guy. So he did make a good point.
Oh. Oh. Does anybody feel the same way I do when he starts talking and mouthing off and talking out of his ass?
There that we did have selective outrage. We were not mad at the girl pinching guys, but we were mad at the guy pinching girls. And the reason we were mad at the guy pinching girls is because it's a more popular outrage subject. You have more women saying someone pinched my butt than guys saying someone pinched my butt. You could say maybe because guys don't feel comfortable coming forward because of the masculinity issue. You could say a number of things. But the point remains, people were outraged by Sam and not by the girl, who did literally the same thing. So I went after Sam Pepper and I was like, wow, what a pervert, what a weirdo, what a creep. And I did this to a lot of people, where I'd say, what a pervert, what a weirdo, what a creep, for whatever they did. I would ignore people who were victims of actual crimes. Not that the people weren't victims of crimes that Sam Pepper went through, but I'm talking about like really, really serious, I have to go see a therapist now and talk to them for the rest of my life crimes. And again, I'm not...
Crimes, 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 crimes. Jesus Christ, you think everything is a fucking crime. Is it a crime? No. Is it morally stupid? Yes. But it's not a crime. God damn, Greg.
saying if you got your butt pinched that it's not a serious crime. But what most people would typically see is that, the worst of the worst.
It's the worst of the worst. Fucking get to the point. We have 15 more minutes of this shit.
So you have this issue of us obsessing over stuff that doesn't matter as much as...
So you think us talking about you isn't a serious matter because you're not a serial killer or something stupid like that? You're a fucking predator, dude. You're a pedophile, okay? That's what you are. You're a marauding asshole. So, yeah, you deserve to be in prison. You are a fucking monster, dude. So is your fucking doormat freaking spouse.
As things where people are, for their entire lives, traumatically injured or traumatically affected. You have people who will talk about a Trump tweet over talking about more important issues. Like, for some reason, we get outraged by something and then we move on. Like, for instance, Trump allegedly did a lot of things, some that he admitted to and later on said he was joking about. We're not talking about that anymore. We're talking about the latest offensive tweet. We're not talking about the real issues. We're talking about.
Quit comparing yourself to other people. We're not comparing you to other people. You're comparing yourself to them to make yourself feel better. Stop trying to act like you fucking know it all when you fucking don't. You were just apologizing yesterday for the same shit.
The daily outrage, because it's like we don't even care. We just want to hear something new, and we want to gossip about it, and that's it. It's old news, and if it's old news, then who cares?
But the thing is, Greg, is what you've done is not old news. What you've done is you haven't atoned for the crimes that you've committed. You went across country, you went across state lines just so you could have sex with a minor. Greg, come on, dude. People go to prison for that. One dude recently, I think he went for 16 years in prison because he went across state lines to have sex with a minor. Come on, Gregory.
Even though it's a horrible crime still, whatever happened with these alleged lawsuits,
It's a horrible crime. You're a horrible crime to humanity. Come on.
that have been going on with the president and whatever's been actually happened in his past, those don't matter anymore. All that matters is whatever nonsense, shallow thing we can talk about that happened today. So I'm obviously.
So you're in your eyes, we know you're not really talking about Trump here. In your eyes, you compare yourself to him and you're like, "Oh, well, you're talking about stuff from my past. It shouldn't be talked about anymore." But whatever it is, it's not current. So what's going on in my life doesn't matter. I've kicked them out of my life, so it's not current anymore. Wah, wah. Chris Hansen was outside my door, police. Help me. I called you back in 5 minutes because you weren't here.
Not a Trump ally. But at the same time, I understand what he means when he says fake news. Because the media does not care about atrocities or anything like that. The recognized media, they don't care about anything except for what is going to get them views.
God, Greg, you pretentious clown.
And the same applies to, above all, the same applies to YouTubers. You see selective consideration for harassment. You see selective consideration for stalking. You see selective consideration.
We're not stalking you. Sorry, I'm gonna yell a little bit here. We are not stalking you. You don't know what the word stalking means. God. You're public. You're a public figure. It's not stalking when you put everything online. Fucking weirdo.
For a lot of things, because society is biased. We live in a society, as they say.
Here he goes again with the whole Joker spiel.
And it's become such a meme because there is such a problem with our entire country or our entire world as far as our culture. In 2006, our culture was very cool in the sense that it felt so new and fresh and the internet was exciting. YouTube had just been started. 2006 was lit. But
quit trying to appeal to your fucking younger audience. We know this is why you talk this way. You're trying to manipulate and gaslight your audience just to make you look like the victim. All the fucking time. I'm probably panning the runtime here, but Jesus Christ, we still have more to go.
then too many people started logging on. And people started realizing how much money they can make off being a tabloid.
This isn't tabloid shit, man. Come on. Get real. Yeah, I'm yelling at him right now, but this is ridiculous bullshit. Tabloid channels. They're going off the stuff I did in the past. They're not current, guys. Oh, fuck you.
Where you print something that isn't the truth. I thought of this comic. If anyone wants to draw this comic, you're welcome to. You just pick any person, Trump, me, anyone, and you say Trump is bad under the first block, and then you hand someone $10. The second block, you say Trump is a monster, and you hand them $100. Right? That person just made $100 for saying something more extreme about them.
That makes no sense. Get to the point, please.
You say Trump is a murderous, evil psychopath. The third person gets $1,000. And the fourth person, Trump is a criminal, genocidal maniac. That person gets 10 grand for their crazy statement about this person, dehumanizing him as much as possible.
We're not dehumanizing you. Oh, like you did to your ex. Oh my god, dude. You shaved Shiloh's head during sex, dehumanizing her, causing her to have a fucking seizure, and didn't even call 911. You could call 911 on Chris Hansen knocking on your door in 5 seconds when your significant other was having a fucking seizure. What did you do? Picked up the fucking camera and started filming her, then saying it was a joke. Fuck off. No one gives a shit about you.
Now, I'm not saying that Trump is some kind of innocent person. I'm trying to say that Trump is a good person. I'm trying to say that Trump is a human being like everyone else, and he's not all bad. He has people who are close to him who love him. He has people who he's raised or paid someone to raise, that he calls children, his kids.
That he... You don't even raise your own kids.
He has these people that he is seen as a father to. He has a family. He has his own feelings and whatnot. Yet we don't consider that, and we don't focus on the important issues. If you
take out all the stuff that he says about Trump here, he's basically talking about himself here. What he's really doing is he's manipulating and gaslighting and trying to silence everybody. Saying, oh, well, you say that he's a bad person, but he's also a good person and a human being, that you shouldn't talk about him like that. Really, Greg? Really? Is that what this video is about? Called Hi Again? Get a real fucking title, man.
To really be a respectable outlet.
This is probably going to be a 2 or 3 cigarette video. Come on.
Of news. Then you cover the stuff that really matters, the stuff that shows the greatest harm to the human species, the stuff that is a risk to others, and the greatest level. And that is something, that is an integrity that I...
So, we are covering something that is a great risk to human people, to other people. You hurt people. You hurt them in ways that will scar them for the rest of their life. Billy, Shiloh, Sky, Ayala, Adriana, all of those people that you had supposedly kicked out of your life because you didn't care for their bipolar disorder, that you told the fucking police of your county. I'm sorry, guys, but this is just getting fucking pretentious.
Lacked for a long time. And that's part of why I don't point fingers anymore, is because I realize, first of all, what goes around comes around. If you make videos about other people saying mean things, other people are going to say mean things about you.
You said mean things. God damn, you told the police that, Greg. He's like, oh, he said mean things about me. Get here. Chris Hansen's at my door. He said mean things to me online. Me and my wife are hiding in the corner.
People online are not your allies. They never were. There's no honor among thieves. And thieves, in my eyes, are equivalent to people who are essentially the media, or obsessed with trying to cancel people.
We are trying to cancel you because you are a danger to society and everyone around you.
Those are thieves to me. because their main purpose in life is to cause problems, to make other people's lives less happy.
Good lord. Paranoid schizophrenic.
They're in it for themselves, and it's always so ironic when somebody like me is so selfish and so judgmental of other people. I point at other people, I say, you're this, this, and this. And maybe I'm right. You know, when I typically went after people who would admit it. They'd admit what they did. Because that's open and closed. They can't say you slandered them, they can't say anything like that because they admitted it.
What's with your open and closed bullshit? You sound like Real Stream News.
Um, and that's it. That's the end. In a serious context, if they admit it, then that's it. And whenever I heard a serious context, that's something that I would definitely look into. But the agenda was clear.
Yeah, you tried to call Shane Dawson a predator, a pedophile, when you had no proof of it, and you go, well, I can't call the police if I don't have proof. Well, I don't have proof, so I can't say anything, but I'll say it anyway because you know what that is? That's slander. You're taking something that you don't have proof of just because he did a bad joke and you made it seem like that's what he was without proof. That's slander. Slander is spoken. In print, it's liable. Just like, oh, well, you're being posted online right now. You're being posted by the actual media. That's liable. It's not slander anymore.
It's always clear when you have somebody who has a monetized platform and they are saying something negative about another person on that you see an ad roll right before their video or whatever, and then they say something, you have to ask yourself, are they saying this because it's true, or are they saying this because it's going to get them money and attention?
Well, my videos don't make money right now, so I guess my videos are true, according to you.
What you have here is cancel culture in a nutshell. You have
No, 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 no. You got that completely ass backwards, as usual. This is not cancel culture. This is moral outrage culture. We are pissed off because of what you've done to others, and you are facing absolutely no repercussions until now. Chris Hansen is on your ass. You were given a chance to clear your name over and over again. So Chris Hansen came to your house to try and get your name cleared, and you call the police on him. You fucking piece of shit.
the source of it. If you have an algorithm that promotes what people want to hear and doesn't promote what they don't want to hear, you have a propaganda machine.
Tell me more about shit you don't know about.
You don't have a machine that promotes the truth anymore. You don't have a machine that promotes what actually happens. You have a machine that panders to the most immature and difficult to respect aspects of human selfishness.
That's a mouthful. Mouthful of bullshit.
So, are you willing to hear all perspectives? Are you willing to hear all sides of...
Well, Greg, Chris Hansen came to your house to get your side of the story. But oh no, you're Mr. Innocent, and if things happened in the past, nobody wants to hear your fucking side. At least Donald Trump had the balls to fucking release the information that we heard, and you know there was no such thing as quid pro quo that everybody was saying. He at least had the balls to send that out, and now we know you don't do that. You don't try to get your side out. You just want to tell everybody that they're wrong and that everybody is the tabloid channels. God, man, I don't know. Do I like it better if he's talking about it or if it's in writing? I don't know. Do you guys like it better if he's talking about it or if it's in writing? Let me know.
You know, the Trump life, the Trump world, his beautiful wife, his beautiful eldest... God, I think she's my age. She's 30-something. She's gorgeous. Are you willing to hear the truth about these people? Or are you willing to just go on and say they're monsters, like a whole family? Anybody who supports Trump has to be a monster, right, guys? Anyone. More than half my family supports Trump, probably. And I love all of them. So, like, I just don't get where you're coming from. I don't. I don't get. I don't get people who get pissed off at someone who shakes Trump's hand. Because you have to, especially when you're on the other side of the media, you start to realize that people are full of crap. They really are. And they're going to say whatever they can to get them attention. So when I'm seeing people constantly outraged, I can't help but relate with the people who have been outraged over. I see them and I'm like, well, they went after you, huh? Yeah, they do that because they get paid.
Nobody here gets paid. I don't get paid. So shut the fuck up, you fucking nitwit.
They get paid. I say it again, they get paid.
No, I don't. I don't get paid. Shut your damn mouth.
Paid to say what they say. If you have somebody who goes, like, let's say, with Trump, there are people who have gone to the police, okay? There have been people who actually took him to court. I'm probably going to consider them a little bit more respectable than somebody who just got a paycheck for trying to ruin them publicly. You know
What are you talking about?
what I mean? Like, there's people who do stuff for attention, and there's people who do stuff because something actually happened. And that's why it's important to pay attention to the lawsuits against Trump and not so much pay attention to the media that's talking crap about Trump. Because the media is... I have an analogy.
So, wait a minute. So what you're saying is you would pay more attention to someone who's making a lawsuit than somebody who is just talking about them. So, if all of us YouTubers who you false copyright claimed and took you to court, you would have quote unquote more respect for us if we took you to court? Because we know you would lose. You're already hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt with the IRS. So this is making no sense. Make it make sense, in the words of Blair White.
For you, okay? People like to claim that they're journalists. They like to claim that they...
Oh, you're going after Hansen. Okay. Hansen is an investigative journalist. He has been a journalist for 30 years, 30 plus years. He's old. He's been a journalist longer than you've been alive, Greg. So cut your shit.
are part of the media, that they have the First Amendment right, they have the freedom of press and everything, right? But people also have the right to privacy. So there's...
You're going after... Okay. Investigative journalists have the right to come to your house to ask you questions. They have that right. You don't have the right to privacy because of that. You're basically saying it's okay to have freedom of press and freedom of speech, but at the same time your privacy is being violated because Chris Hansen, an investigative journalist who has that freedom to come to talk to you, makes no sense, dude. Makes no sense.
There's a line. You know, you can't show up in Trump's bathroom while he's peeing and say, I'm just a part of the media. This is freedom of the press. I have freedom of speech to talk about... No, there's a line.
Did you just equate that to a bathroom joke?
And people have their rights, even if they're president of the United States. The analogy that I thought of is, imagine you have an ex-friend or ex-boyfriend, and they decide that they want to stalk you. And so you call the cops, you say they're stalking you.
There's a difference between that and what happened to you.
And so they start a blog. Can you imagine? They start a blog that's entirely centered on you. Say blogger.com. Now, they can say they're a reporter. And so they can continue to...
That's not how it works, G. Come on. Sorry, James.
harass you, right? Is that the law? Is that really the...
No. God, sorry guys. This is going to be a really stupid video because I'm kind of getting upset about it. I'm getting upset because he's fucking being stupid and everyone knows this.
society that we live in? Because that seems, to me, like a cop-out. That seems to me like you're straight up manipulating the system so you can continue to stalk and harass somebody.
Like you do?
And it's interesting that people would think that that's someone with integrity, because without... If you, say, show up to an ex-girlfriend's house, and you're like, baby, come back, or you're like...
That's not what anybody's doing to you. Stop being a fucking moron.
I'm gonna end you, woman. You know, like if you're just like threatening or you're just weirdly creepy and clingy.
Is it weird that he actually came off pretty well with that? Like he's done it before?
Either way, that attention is unwanted. You showed up to your ex-girlfriend's house and you're being creepy. Okay?
Sorry, I gotta make a thumbnail here. And put that out there.
That would be grounds for arrest for someone trespassing and stalking, right?
That one, that part would, yes. But what Chris Hansen did isn't what you're saying.
It's just interesting how suddenly if you're let me put it this way.
Okay, we know where you're going with this.
Sleeping with someone for money is illegal. Okay? We all know this. But if you put a camera in the room, suddenly it's fine.
What? What?
You understand? Because then it's adult film. That is the world we live in. That is a crazy, crazy thing. And I don't think I'll ever understand it. Because
I don't even understand what you just said because that didn't make any sense whatsoever.
just because you add something to the mix doesn't make it any less what it is. Like, I'm not
Your analogies are fucking horrible.
giving people advice here. I'm not trying to. But apparently, if you just turn on your camera phone when you're sleeping with someone for money, now it's legal. I don't understand that, man. You can't. It's like
That's not. What? Even if you do that, it's not legal. What the fuck are you talking about?
saying, oh, if you smoke drugs, it's legal when you flip on the camera.
If you smoke drugs. Get it right, dude. Smoke pot is not smoke drugs. God, you are such a dumbass.
You know, like it's the same with. We'll go back to Trump. Trump decided to say, you know, and you can say he said this because he said it on camera. He said the Russians hacked the Democrats. You know, he indicated that would be something preferable to himself. Okay, so encouraging a foreign nation to hack your competitor in an election.
You got that all mixed up. He didn't. That's not what he. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Quit being such a moron. You don't know shit about politics, so stop putting politics in this mix.
It's irrefutably a crime. But because he said it publicly, people were like, oh, this is okay now. But if he said it privately, it would have been over. And this point has been made many times. Yet it just doesn't seem to stick. Because, like, the law just seems a bit confused about itself. Like,
You seem a bit confused about yourself all the time, but we're not.
yeah, technically you violated law, but we don't feel a certain way about it. And because our feelings are a certain way, I guess it doesn't apply.
You are literally making no sense.
Anyway, I just wanted to talk to you guys about this. Sorry it was so long. Jesus, 17 minutes. I hope I didn't bore you.
You are boring.
Gosh, it feels good to talk to you again. So thank you for being here. And I think I want to say I love you.
Yeah, no.
I literally used to say, and I know this is funny, but I used to say, you know, YouTubers don't really love you. They say I love you to get more money, to get people to like you more.
Oh god, you are. Jesus Christ.
Or blah blah blah. I was a bitter little bee. But when I say I love you, I feel so good.
So it's only okay when you do shit. Alright, I see you.
I really do. Because when you say I love you, like people, there's so much hate on YouTube and so forth, where people are like, no. And whenever I made a video about someone I didn't like, I felt like crap. You know, I felt
Oh, I'm sure you did. You really felt like crap.
terrible after, but it kept paying the bills. And when it keeps paying the bills, and you're saying what you feel is true, like to the best of your knowledge is true, and you're saying it and you feel justified, you feel like a white knight, snowflake, social justice warrior, which is literally basically every commentary channel on YouTube right now, snowflake, social justice warrior. It's just like, dude, I'm not saying I'm better than you, I'm saying I'm further along than you, okay? I used to be you, and I see how bad it is, and I don't want to be that. Okay,
Blah
I
blah
see
blah
how
blah 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 blah.
delusional I
Hypocrite,
was.
hypocrite,
I see
hypocrite,
how
hypocrite, hypocrite.
drunk on my own power I was. It's an ugly thing. So I'm looking at the people who said I love you. And I saw those people in real life say it's just a job to them. I hold the position that this is not just a job to me. Because if it was, I would do what everyone else does and just try to get views. Nonstop,
Like
try
you
to get
just did
views. I did
yesterday.
the freak out videos and I was trying to get views there. But I wasn't trying to say I love you there. But no, like if you hate
Hypocrite,
me,
hypocrite, hypocrite, hypocrite.
if you
He's a
love me,
hypocrite, hypocrite,
if
hypocrite,
you
hypocrite.
something in between, it never hurts to hear that someone loves you. And when I say I love you, I don't mean I want to sleep with you. I don't mean I want to be your best friend. I mean that this world needs a lot more love in it. And this world needs a lot more happiness in it because we are all struggling. This is the thing. When people see, especially online, when people see other people suffer, they for some reason seem to think, oh man, this is so funny, ha
Oh, for fuck's sake.
ha, let's all gossip about it, right? But nobody likes that happening to them. Nobody. If it happened to you, person who's laughing their butt off, if that happened to you, you would be miserable. You'd be unhappy. Some of you would even be in the point where you want to end your own life. You know?
Blah 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 blah. That's basically this entire video.
And that's really sad to me. So if you're the type of person who
So you're the type of person who will get out of alimony by pretending that you're going to commit suicide, and you think that's okay, but everybody else isn't? Makes no sense.
is at that point, even if you've hated on me before or whatever, if you feel like you're going to end your own life because the table turns on you, just know I love you.
Wow. Okay, fuck off, dude.
Like, please don't do that. Okay? You need to be in this world. You need to be a positive person to this world, but you need to know that there is love in someone's heart for you. Just don't be like creepy about it, okay? Don't be like,
So only you get to be creepy about shit? Alright, we see you.
hey, Onision. So I heard you love me. No, it's not that kind of love. It's that when I think of you, and I think of you like thinking about how you don't want to live anymore, it makes me really, really sad. And when I think about saying I love you, it makes me feel really, really good. Because bottom
Quit being such a lying douchebag, okay? That's all we want.
line, it sucks being alive sometimes. It sucks feeling like people don't like you.
Blah, blah,
It
blah,
sucks
blah,
getting hate
blah,
on
blah.
Twitter or whatever. It sucks being bullied. And I know that even if you guys are like
You're 34 years old. Stop trying to freaking pretend that you know what shit's about when you don't know dick.
bullying whoever, even if you bullied whoever, people make mistakes. Not everybody's far along. Not everybody sees the way things really are and what their behavior is really doing. So I want you to know that, like, despite everything we've been through, okay, at the end of the day, aliens invade. I'm going to stand right next to you and fight those aliens, okay?
Okay, whatever. You're too much of a pussy to do that.
If
You won't even talk to Chris Hansen to try to clear your name, but you'll fight aliens. Like in your book. Okay, whatever. Book.
the fucking plague comes and sorry about swearing. If the plague comes and we're dying, I'm gonna be putting a mask on your face if you can't put a mask on your own face. You understand that? If there's a house burning down,
Yeah, you wouldn't do any of that. We know how narcissistic you are.
if something bad's happening to you, you're my neighbor or whatever, and you ask me for help, I'm gonna help you.
You know, there's a character in Full Metal Alchemist that was called Father Cornello. If you haven't watched the anime, you probably should. And there's a character in there who pretends that he's this big shot, you know, miracle savior because he has a fake philosopher's stone. And he tries to con his followers into doing what he wants with the false promises of bringing someone back to life. And while he almost does it, he does get it broken, and when the stone breaks, it shows his true nature. And when he's called out for it, the people hate him. Basically, the only person in this world right now I can compare Onision to would be Father Cornello from Full Metal Alchemist. And when there are people out there who are better than him at what he does, and that he believes that, alchemy is evil, which in his eyes are like doing drugs or smoking drugs in his words. He believes that that's the kind of person that people are. He believes that they're evil, they're bad, even though they're trying to do some good in the world. And Greg doesn't like that when it's another person. And he doesn't like other people doing good. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it when other people do better than him. And that's about the only kind of character I can compare him to. No, he's got the same attitude, the same narcissistic personality. He's got all of that, just like Father Cornello from Full Metal. It's good anime. You should watch it.
I love you in that way. Because
Father Cornello, he loved his followers, but he loved getting the money and the attention from them.
all in this human experience together. And even if you hate me, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, we don't really hate each other.
No, I'm pretty sure I hate you.
Unless, of course, aliens did invade and you're like, let's put Onision in the cannon and shoot them at the ship. Then you kind of hate me. It's kind of hateful. If you want to choose the aliens over me or whatever, then yeah, I think that you're...
See, right there, I just put it perfectly.
That sucks, But I'm still going to be there for you if you're on that cliff. And I'm reasonably in your proximity. There's a whole complicated world to what I'm saying, but the context is everything. So I love you, fellow human, and I want you to know that you are not alone, and that people do care, and that we're just getting overhyped by the money that we can make, by our own greedy selfishness, that we forget to be human beings and to understand that we're all here, and we're all here together. All right. Good talk. Bye, guys.
Huh? Oh, shit. Is it over? Finally. Alright, sorry guys, that was really long. Thank you guys for watching this with me and not giving him a view. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. I appreciate every one of you guys. Link to my Discord is in the, or not my Discord, but the link to my Patreon will be in the description below. Go check that out. Another thing is, if you, it's only up to you. I'm not forcing anybody to do it. It's just if you want to. But yeah, so that's Onision's logic in a nutshell. He compares himself to the most popular character at the moment, or the most popular person at the moment, and tries to think that he's the one who's always in the wrong. And if you omit all the Trump stuff from this video, it's basically, if you cut it down to about 10 minutes, not putting the whole Trump spiel in it, it's basically him gaslighting and manipulating his audience again. So thank you everybody for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.